Today I am going to solve questions from exercise 17b. In this exercise, you are given questions based on parallelogram in which one angle will be given to you, one or two angles, and you have to find the other angles of the parallelogram by using the given angles. So, how you have to use the given angle and what are the tricks to solve the questions, that we will discuss first. So there are some points that you have to keep in your mind before you solve the questions. The first thing is you should know all the properties of the quadrilaterals, mainly the properties of the parallelogram. So if you know the properties of the parallelogram, then you can relate the given data with the solution. So certain points you have to keep in your mind. You have to check what connection is there between the given angle and the angle to find. So how can you understand what connection is there? There are certain angles that are formed in the parallelogram, and those angles you should remember always. So here certain general angles I am going to explain you so that you can make the connection between the angle given and the angle that is to find. The very first angle is linear pair. If you are given any angle, so you have to check whether it is forming a linear pair in the figure so that you can find easily. And what is a linear pair? I will explain that also here. Suppose this is a line and this is another line that is forming an angle 30 degree. Okay, so this is 30 degree and this is a straight line. So one angle is 30 degree, and if we take this angle as x, so x and 30 degree, they both are forming a linear pair. And what is the property of linear pair? What is linear pair? If two angles form a linear pair, their sum is equal to 180 degree, being the straight line, and straight line angle is 180 degree. So here you can use x plus 30 degree, this is equal to 180. And as I had explained many times, whenever you are taking any result, you have to mention that result in the bracket. So x plus 30 is equal to 180 degree. Why? Because it is a linear pair. This you will explain in the bracket, why you have taken the sum as 180 degree. So from here you can find x is equal to 180 degree minus 30, that is equal to 150 degree. So this x is equal to 150 degree found. Now if I make this as a parallelogram, suppose this is a parallelogram, you have to find this angle x. So this method you can find angle x by linear pair. Another type of the angle that you should think about is alternate interior angles. So alternate interior angles, if you remember, this is formed by two parallel lines which is intersected by a transversal. Then such angle is formed. So what are alternate interior angle? If these are the parallel lines, this angle is 1, this angle is 2. So angle 1 and angle 2 are alternate interior angles. So alternate interior angles, the property is they are equal. So if in a parallelogram given, somewhere you are given angle 1 is equal to suppose 50 degree, find angle 2, and you can see angle 2 and angle 1 are alternate interior angles. So by the property of alternate interior angle, this angle 2 will be equal to 50 degree. Then in the bracket you will mention, being the alternate interior angle, they are equal. So angles, here I am writing the properties also so that you can remember. So second type of the angle that you have to consider is alternate interior angles. So linear pair are, for your reference I am writing here 180 degree linear pair sum Okay, let's write here. Linear pair sum is 180 degree. Alternate interior angles are equal. These properties you have to use. This I am writing in the bracket so that you will remember them. So first thing, linear pair you will check. Second thing, if any alternate interior angle is formed in the given parallelogram, so you will use this property. The third point is co-interior angle. You will check in the given parallelogram if the angles that is given and that is to find, they are co-interior angle. For example, co-interior angles like these are two parallel lines. In parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel. These are two parallel sides. So these angles are co-interior angles. So co-interior angles are supplementary, if you remember. So suppose here you are given this angle is equal to 80 degree and you have to find this angle. So you will use the property co-interior. Now you can see here these two angles are co-interior angles. So they will be supplementary, means their sum will be equal to 180 degree. So here you will use that sum. So 180 minus 80, this angle will be equal to 100 degree. So here we made the connection between the angle given and the angle asked. So 80 and 100, 180. So we have used here this property of co-interior angles. This also you have to remember. So co-interior angle property you will check, and the sum is co-interior angles sum is equal to 180 degree. So there you will use this type of the angle, co-interior angles. Next thing, somewhere you have to use vertically opposite angle, very easy angle. So vertically opposite angle, how it is formed? When two lines intersect at a point, suppose this point of intersection is O, so this angle 1 and this angle 2, they are vertically opposite angle. Same way, angle 3 and angle 4, they are also vertically opposite angle. So in parallelogram, if you see any angle is given, say angle 2 is equal to 30 degree. Find angle 1, and angle 1 is required to find the other angles. Then you can find by using vertically opposite angle property. So angle 1 is equal to 30 degree. So if any triangle is formed here, so with the help of angle 1, you can find these two angles easily. So the fourth angle that you will check in the given question, it is vertically opposite angle. And vertically opposite angle property is they are equal. So here the property you will use vertically opposite angles equal. Now the next type of the angle that you will see, it is an angle sum property. So angle sum property where you will use, suppose this is a parallelogram given to you, and here this angle you know, suppose this angle you know, say 30 degree, and these two angles are suppose equal, for example. Then here you can use angle sum property because these angles are equal. Suppose both angles are x and x. So here you can use angle sum property. Sum of all three angles in a triangle is 180 degree. So how can you use it? X plus 30, this is equal to 180 degree. If there is a triangle. So 2x is equal to 30. So x is equal to 180 minus 30. It is 150. Therefore, x is equal to 75 degree. So, with the help of angle sum property, you can find the angles required easily. This is for the triangle. Same way, if it is a quadrilateral, then also you can use angle sum property, and you know the angle sum property of a quadrilateral, the sum of all four angles is equal to 360 degree. So that result you can use if there is a quadrilateral. So these are the points where you can use different properties of the parallelogram with different angles. Whichever is applicable in your given question, you will use that only, and that way you can solve the question easily. Now we are going to start the exercise. This is question number 1. ABCD is a parallelogram given. and angle A is given as 50 degree. You have to find the remaining angles. See students, when you are doing the questions, you have to use different properties of different parallelograms. Like if it is a rectangle, you should know the properties of a rectangle. If it is a rhombus, then you should remember the properties of a rhombus. So now here you can see this is a parallelogram. One angle is 50 degree. You have to find all these angles. For the sake of convenience, I am giving them the number so that easily we can mention which angle we are taking. Now, parallelogram property, if you remember, I have given you three categories of properties. One is angle property of a parallelogram, second was the side property of parallelogram, and the third one was the diagonal property of a parallelogram. Each for a rectangle, square, rhombus, means in each parallelogram. So if you remember the angle property of a parallelogram, the first property was opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. So if we remember this property, we can make the connection between these two angles. In the beginning I told you, you should know the connection of the given angle with the angle that is to find. So here we can make the connection between the angle given 50 degree and the angle that is to find, angle 1, 2 and 3. So first we are taking the connection with angle 2 because these are opposite angles, so they will be equal. So here we will use angle 2 is equal to 50 degree. Why we have taken 50 degree? In geometry, everywhere when you are taking the result, you have to mention that. So why angle 2 is equal to 50 degree? That property you will write here, being opposite angle. Opposite angles of a parallelogram. This way you can write the parallelogram. So being opposite angle of a parallelogram, they will be equal. Now we have to find angle 1 and angle 3. So angle 2 we have found 50 degree. What is measure of angle 1 and angle 3? Any one if you find, then again angle 3 and angle 1 will be equal, so you can write them. So either you can take 3 and 50, you can take 50 and 1, you can take 2 and 1, and any method you can use here to find any one angle, either 1 or 3. So I am taking angle 3 with angle 50 degree. What is the connection? Now you have to make the connection between these two angles. Now if you can see here, this is a parallelogram, these are two opposite sides parallel and these are parallel sides. So which type of the angles they are forming here? 50 and 3. They are adjacent angles. So the second property of a parallelogram, that the adjacent angles are supplementary. So here we are going to use second property of a parallelogram. So you can write angle 3 plus 50 degree. This is equal to, adjacent angles are supplementary and supplementary means sum is 180 degree. So this sum will be equal to 180 degree. Again, because we are using this result, we have to mention it. So you will write adjacent angles. Adjacent angles of a parallelogram. So adjacent angles are supplementary, that's why we have taken the sum as 180 degree. So angle 3 is equal to, now this 180 and this 50 will be subtracted from this. So this way angle 3 is equal to 130 degree. Now what is the value of angle 1? Because angle 3 and angle 1 are opposite angle, and in the beginning we have taken opposite angles are equal. So angle 1 will be equal to 130 degree. So you will write, therefore angle 1 is equal to angle 3 and angle 3 is equal to 130. So angle 1 is also equal to 130 degree. What is the reason? Opposite angles. In the beginning we have mentioned here, and here also you will mention angle 1 is equal to angle 3. Why? Because they are opposite angles. So this way we have found all the angles. This is 130 and angle 3 is also 130 degree. So this way we have found all the angles of the given parallelogram. Now this is second question. Another type of the question, when the angles are given in variable form, then what to do? So in this figure you can see ABCD is a parallelogram. You are given angle A as 2x plus 35 degree and angle C is equal to 3x minus 5 degree. See children, when you are given the angle in variable form, then you should try to find the property of the angles that can be used. So here both the angles, if you see, they are opposite angles. So what is the connection of opposite angles in a parallelogram? Just now we have done this. Opposite angles are equal. So you use that property, opposite angles are equal. So first of all, we make them equal. So let's start with this. So first property that we are going to use, opposite angles are equal. So 2x plus 35 degree is equal to 3x minus 5. Now this is a simple linear equation where you have to find the value of x. When you get the value of x here, you will substitute this value here and you will get the angle in degrees. So find x. So 2x we will shift on right hand side and 5 we will shift this side. So 35 minus 5 will be added here as plus 5 and 3x is already there. You will shift 2x other side. It will be going in subtraction. So 35 plus 5, this is equal to 40. 3x minus 2x, 1x. So you got the value of x as 40 degree. Now if you put this value of x here, you will get the measure of angle A. Let's substitute the value. So angle A is equal to 2x plus 35 and x is equal to 40. So 2 into 40 plus 35. This is equal to 115 degree. So angle A we got as 115 degree. And because C and A are opposite angle, they will be equal. Therefore angle C is also equal to 115 degree. Opposite angles. Because they are opposite angles, so they will be equal. So here we have used the same property of opposite angle. Now you have to find angle B and angle D. So any one angle you can find. So we will use another property of the parallelogram. So make the connection between the angle found and angle that is to find. You can see here A and B, they are adjacent angles and adjacent angles are supplementary. So we will use that property here. You can take this also, A with D. They also adjacent. So their sum is also equals to 180 degree. So any one you can take. So here I am taking angle A plus angle B. This is equal to 180 degree. Why it is equal to 180 degree? You have to give the reason. They are adjacent angle. And adjacent angle of a parallelogram are supplementary. This property we will use here. Now A we have already found as 115 degree plus angle B. This is equal to 180 degree. So angle B is equal to 180 and this 115 will be subtracted on right hand side and this is equal to 65 degree. So this way angle B we have found as 65 degree. Now because B and D, they are opposite angle, so they will be equal. Therefore angle D is equal to angle B, this is equal to 65 degree. Why? Because they are opposite angles. So you have to mention this also. So this way we have found all the four angles by using opposite angle and adjacent angle property of a parallelogram. Now this is question number 3. ABCD is a parallelogram and here the angle is given 75 degree. So you can see in the parallelogram you are not given any angle, but here exterior angle measure is given as 75 degree. So in the beginning, as I told you, you have to make the connection between the angle given and the angle that is to find. And in that connection I have given you many options like linear pair, alternate interior, alternate co-interior angle, and angle sum property, all that. So same here, in this you have to make the connection between this exterior angle and any other angle of the parallelogram. Now here the easiest connection that you can make, if we give the interior angles as 1, 2, 3 numbers. So you can see here angle 1, this angle, and 75. They are on the same straight line ABE. And I explained this also, linear pair are the angles which are formed on a straight line and their sum is equal to 180 degree. This property of linear pair we will use here. So with the help of 75 degree, this angle, we can find this angle 1 easily. When you get this angle 1, angle 3 will be equal to angle 1. That way you can find angle 3 also. Then angle 1 and angle 4, they are adjacent angles. So with the help of angle 1, you can find angle 4 also. Means with the help of 75 exterior angle given, you can find all the interior angles of a parallelogram. So which connection here you will take? That is linear pair. So let's start with that connection. So angle 1 plus 75 degree, this is equal to 180 degree. This is what linear pair property is. So what is the reason? Here you will write the reason, because these angles are forming the linear pair. So their sum is equal to 180 degree. Now you can find angle 1 easily. This 75 will be transposed on right hand side. 180 minus 75. And this way we get angle 1 is equal to 105 degree. This angle 1 is 105. So angle 3 is also equal to 105. Therefore angle 3 is equal to angle 1 and angle 1 is equal to 105. So angle 3 is also equal to 105. But here again you have to give the reason why. So the reason is opposite angles. So they are opposite angles of a parallelogram. Opposite angles of a parallelogram. So they will be equal. Now we have got angle 3 is equal to 105. Now you can make the connection with other unknown angles. So how you can make the connection? Either you make the connection with this angle 1, this is also 105, or you can make the connection with angle 3. So angle 1 and angle 4, they are adjacent angles. Similarly angle 3 and angle 4, adjacent angles. Angle 1 and angle 2, adjacent angles. So any one combination you can take. So I am taking angle 4 and angle 1. Angle 4 is equal to angle 1. Angle 4 plus angle 1 is equal to 180 degree. What's the reason? They are adjacent angles. So you will write the reason here. They are adjacent angles. So their sum is equal to 180 degree. Now because angle 1 is equal to 105, substitute the value here. Angle 4 plus 105, this is equal to 180 degree. So this way angle 4 is equal to 180 degree minus 105, and that is equal to 75 degree. So we got angle 4 is equal to 75 degree. One more angle is there that you can find directly. This way we have found angle 4 is equal to 75. But if in the figure you see, there is one more connection between 75, this exterior angle, and this angle 4. If you can recognize here, if two parallel lines are there, this is the transversal. So if you remember this angle and this angle, these two angles are called corresponding angles, and corresponding angles are equal. So here angle 4 is equal to 75 degree. Directly you can take this connection, this combination. So you will get the value of angle 4 directly. But here I have shown you this way also you can do it. So angle 4 75 degree, and angle 4 and angle 2, they are equal. So angle 2 is equal to angle 4, and that is equal to 75 degree. So we have found all the angles here.